Hello and welcome to another Diablo 4 class rundown. My name is ChaosMole and today we are talking about the second new class which came out in the open beta of Diablo 4, and that is the Necromancer. So, as per usual, let's get down to some of the important information before we are jumping into the whole class rundown. First things first, keep in mind this is only for the open beta, so everything you see can change dramatically. Everything I'm talking about might change dramatically. I have only access to skills and talents up to level 25. We are missing the complete Paragon system and also some other things like items and so on and so forth. Like, we don't have access to that. So this is a very limited first look at the classes. So please keep that in mind. Also, if you see some bugs, the performance isn't that great, this will probably all change with the release of the game. Now, one last thing. Please don't forget, if you enjoy the class rundowns, check out the other ones I do for every class here on the channel, and make sure to subscribe to MoleRP to get more Diablo 4 content in the future, and we will also focus on some Starfield down the line. Now, with that said, enough introduction, let's jump into the class rundown of the Necromancer. How does the Necro play? Holy moly. Like, seriously. This is one of the weird videos you are seeing here in the background, where I will actually have some issues with the Necromancer and I have to respec a little bit. But beyond that, the Necromancer is absolutely OP. It's not even remotely close. You know, when I played the Sorc last weekend, I was thinking, oh yeah, that's pretty strong, right? And I don't think they can really top that. But then again, the Sorc is more the glass cannon. It makes more sense, sure. And then the Necromancer is coming around the corner and is just saying, "Hold my beer," while he is summoning an army of skeletons, and it's ridiculous because you might think, okay, well, it's a pet class, so yeah. The skeletons are all pretty strong, right? And for that, the Necromancer is rather weak. The thing is, no, he is not. The Necromancer is not weak at all. The Necromancer is pretty strong with its own abilities, and the pets are basically just a nice bonus on top of it. And again, like, I haven't even skilled the pets. You can totally skill out the pets and they're even stronger. But even without putting down any talents, the pets are rather strong. They have quite a bit of health. They do quite a bit of damage. And this has to do with the Book of the Dead, because that is what you were getting, I think, with level 10? I think you were getting the book with level 10. And then you can choose basically which talents your pets have. And you always get that. It doesn't matter if you are putting more points into your talent tree, you will always get the Book of the Dead, and you will always have some choices available to you, no matter if you decide to actually utilize the pets or not. And yes, there is an option that you can sacrifice your pets to get some permanent buffs on your Necromancer itself. I have to say though, I tried a build where you would get those buffs and also increase, I think I had, what was it, 60%? I think 60% or 80? 60 or 80% increased buff stats. So instead of 5% crit, I had 15% more crit chance, right? And you might think, wow, yeah, 15% more crit chance. Holy moly. That's quite a bit. It's not worth it. I'm sorry. It's not worth it because your pets are so strong. They do so much damage that even with the increased buff you can get and with the buff itself, it's just not worth it. Also, you are then alone. And you don't have that buffer zone between you and, let's say, the boss. And depending on how you are spec'd, you need that. There are definitely some specs where you don't need your pets, and you don't need basically a meat wall between you. But for some, yeah, you definitely do. Another thing which I find super interesting, the Necromancer is actually a viable tank. And not just viable, I would say the Necromancer will be one of the main tanks in this game. Because you have a lot of skills which can give you protection, which can heal you, which can fortify you. You can use a shield, as you can see here in the video, obviously, of course. And all in all, yes, the Necro can be a full-on tank, and you shouldn't underestimate that. So it's rather interesting what the Necromancer can do and can't do, and I think that's one of the main issues I have with the Necromancer. I'm missing a little bit the can't do. Like it seems to me right now as if the Necromancer can just do literally everything. Sure, you cannot really be a melee fighter, but you can get pretty close to that with a blood build, or even with a shadow build. You can do something similar, which is close to what a melee fighter would be, and there's no real oh damn, this is the one thing the Necromancer is just shit at. It doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. And of course, as I said, this is level 25. I cannot really compare the Necromancer to level 50 and endgame and all that. But, you know, after I have played all the other classes, and the Necromancer was literally the last class I haven't played, the feeling of this dude is just 10 times stronger than all the other classes, I have never felt before. Like, it's absolutely insane. If I would have played the Necromancer first, before all the other classes, and I would have played then the other classes, I would have gone like, shit, 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 absolute shit. Damn, is that bad. It's this, huh? What's going on here? And I don't know if they will nerf the Necromancer. That I do not know. I think it will balance itself out, like with the Barbarian, where I said like the Barbarian gets actually really strong later on. You just need the equipment, and you have to level up the expertise on your weapons. Then the Barbarian gets pretty strong, in my opinion. So I'm pretty sure it will level itself out a little bit, but it still feels so effortless. It feels so effortless, and you have so many things you can play. Yeah, the Necro is just fun. It's just fun. Yeah, sure, it's also fun because the Necro is a little bit too strong, but I think it's also fun because you can decide if you really want to go with a pet class, or if you don't want the pets. You can decide if you want to be a DPS, a dot DPS, or if you want to be a tank, if you want to be a support char. Like, you have so many choices with the Necro, which is just fun. If you like to change how you completely play a game and how the playstyle is, then again, the Necromancer is just perfect for you. And I would say at this point, the Necromancer is the easiest class, starter class in Diablo 4. And it is absolutely the beginner class. I will recommend everyone who's like, hey Mo, I'm new in Diablo, never played it, what should I play as a first class in Diablo 4? And without a second thought, I would say Necromancer. Of course, if you want to play melee, then probably not. But even then, I would probably say Necromancer or something like that. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. But with that said, we are at the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more Diablo 4 content down the line. We have also a weekly podcast here on the channel. The second episode just came out 2 days ago when I recorded this. So check that out as well. And as always, stay safe, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.